Hello, everybody. As I said earlier, this is going to be part two of my introduction. This is an homage to all of the content creators that I've watched and enjoyed over the years leading up to this point. I'm going to be reading some of this because there's a lot and I can't remember all of it. But first is my Game of Thrones reactors, and these are just some of the people. I've watched tons of people over the years, so if I didn't mention you or you're not on the list, it doesn't mean I haven't watched you and enjoyed your videos in the past. I just wanted to throw that out there. But first, people I would like to thank and just promote and mention is Hogwart Reacts. Her facial expressions cracked me up. No one beats her shocked or surprised face. That was just great, and it was my first time watching a video where other people had seen the video and they were watching and they're recording their friend reacting to it, which was it's good to see reactions from different points of view and different angles, and it's kind of cool when one person knows what's coming and the other person has no idea. So that was cool. And next, I would like to thank Nikki and Steven React. I don't know if you haven't seen them, you really should. They're like kind of the gold standard of reactors, to be honest, and I love the dynamic between them as a married couple, and that's kind of how I picture, hopefully, eventually, my wife and I reacting to things, but I'm not saying it will be as good as them, but, they're really good at what they do. I also enjoyed their Witcher Season 1 and the Expanse reactions that they've done. So they do a lot of different things, not just Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is where I first got hooked on watching reaction videos, so that's why I mentioned them. Next would be American Mom. American Mom, she just seems like a really decent person, and so she's also good to watch. Larissa Zui, I'm sorry, I'm probably terribly murdering your name, and I'm sorry about that, Larissa, but her raw emotion, she really got into the show. And all I want to say to her is that Danny deserved better. So don't want to spoil the show for those who haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I don't know if those people actually exist. Not not too many. But then next would be Pilar Reacts. She's one of the first people that I watched who is in a different language from me, so I had the closed captioning on. And that it's cool to react to people from all over. And she also was the first person I ever saw, and the only person I ever saw who was actually a fan of Cersei. So, not my cup of tea, but I admire her for putting it out there. I mean, at one point, she even has like the little Cersei crown. And anyway, just if you haven't seen her, that's fun. Then Sean Tank Top, aka the Burlington Bar. You got to mention them. You just do, because every time I watch them, I actually felt like I was in the bar with them, and I don't even drink, so that says a lot. But if you haven't seen that, watch that. Next, I got to give a prop out to your weirdo friend Cass. That's what she originally was going on her channel, but I think she changed it to Cass Darling now. Anyway, I wanted to just say, how are those trains that kept interrupting you doing? Because she was always interrupted by trains when she first started out by her house. She's also a fellow Wisconsinite, so props to that. Somebody else from our state giving it a go. And I just wanted to say, P.S., I reject that. So she'll know if she ever sees this, or anybody who watches her reaction to Game of Thrones, you'll know what that means. And I'll have different references to different reactors throughout this, just so they know, or people that have watched them know, that I'm actually not just saying it, that I've actually watched these people. So, and I'm still a little nervous at this, so thanks for bearing with me. But RTTV, I just gotta say, that's my daughter, and I loved her too since episode 1, before it was the cool thing to do. So I think his name's Rob, I think, on RTTV. If you haven't seen RTTV, they do a bunch of other reactions and things too, but they're really good as well. So I know I sound redundant saying they're really good to everybody, but it's true. Next, the underdog, Mr. Williams. I have to say, he's good because he taught me to, not give a crap basically what trolls think, and I just love his irreverent attitude. He's just, he and his skits that he did, he just is himself, and he's not afraid to be himself. And if you like that, great, and if not, he doesn't, it doesn't bother him at all. And I just wanted to say, long may he reign to his black pie cell character that he created. So that was awesome. The Marvelous Show. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and he's just crazy, but good crazy. He just knows how to have a good time, and he really gets into the show. And he's one of the people I'm currently watching go through the show. The page is stuck. There we go. A couple more for Game of Thrones, and then I just want to mention a few other genres here. But we're getting there, I promise. Dan Reacts. So Dan Reacts is also a newer channel as far as Game of Thrones that I've been watching. And Dan, if you're listening, I just wanted to say thank you for consistently torturing your unsuspecting friend Addie while always wearing a smug, satisfied grin of evil delight on your face. And to Addie, for surviving the you-know-what episode, and for your unabashed love of Peter Baelish. Again, not my thing, but I admire people who think differently than I do, and maybe gravitate towards characters that not as many people do. So it's cool to see all different perspectives. And I would like to say it gets easier, but no. If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. So, movie reactors. I only have one on this list. There's a bunch of them, and a bunch of the Game of Thrones reactors I mentioned also react to movies as well. So there's some crossover there. But just some reactions, and it's SUMM reactions. You gotta see them. Again, this is a married couple, and just how they play off each other, and they just have a good time. Basically, the premise is the husband has seen a long list of movies that the wife hasn't seen, and so they're going through them over time. And I love his wife Emily. Everyone should be required at least once in their life to watch Emily's reaction to The Room. Now, I would never recommend The Room to anybody because I don't hate people enough to do that, but I can't even describe to you. You just have to see it the whole time. Just her reaction is just priceless. Also, their reaction of Airplane, the movie, is also epic. You gotta check that out. Video game reactors. Okay, first I'd like to say, I forgot one of my movie reactors. Sorry, I did have two. I added one in. It's Mr. Video. What to say about It's Mr. Video? Well, I'm sure he won't take offense to this because it's nothing he hasn't said already himself, but dude's nuts, but in a good way. You just gotta watch him. You just do. Next would be Miss Click for video game reactions, my next category. Miss Click is I'm a huge Zelda fan. I love video games in general, but I'm a huge Zelda fan, always have been. So when I saw the first video I saw of her was her reaction when the announcement trailer to Breath of the Wild 2 came out a few years ago. And if you haven't seen Miss Click's reaction to that, you gotta do it. So, and I just have to say, I love Zelda so much, I'm not even kidding. I actually have a metal Breath of the Wild themed, I don't have it by me, I should have. Oh well. I have a metal Breath of the Wild themed lunchbox that I actually take me with me to my real job every day. So that's cool. And to quote Miss Quick, if you watch the video, you'll get this part. I'm not okay. And I just wanted to say, P.S. say hi to Tack for me. My wife and I are huge cat lovers. I got a couple cat videos on my channel already, and Kitty back there on the couch. He's sleeping. You can't really see him. I have nothing against dogs for the dog people. I grew up, we had a family dog, but my wife is a strictly cat person, and so I love all animals equally, but I just wanted to say, shout out to Tack, because Tack, her cat, is adorable. HMK. You can't mention Zelda lovers on YouTube without also mentioning HMK, because dude's a huge Zelda fan, just like me. And also, I don't even play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but seeing his reaction not that long ago, of his reaction to Zora finally getting in Smash as the last character, it just makes me smile every time I see it, because he's just so unabashedly just happy, just joy all over his face. And Tyler Townsend, another Zelda fan. Don't worry, not all my people on my game list are purely Zelda fans, but majority of them are. So anyway, I just love Tyler Townsend when he was watching the reaction, the Nintendo Direct in 2019, where they announced the Breath of the Wild 2 sequel trailer, and the guy's like, there is just one more thing. You know, kind of Columbo, but anyway, younger people, you won't get that reference. That's okay. Anyway, he's like, I have one more thing to tell you. And Tyler just leans into the camera. He's like, yeah. And he's like, Breath of the Wild 2, please. And then, of course, he ended up being right. So I just wanted to say to him, you get down with your psychic self. And, oh my God, that was awesome. So if you watch his videos, you'll get that too, because he says, oh my God, like 34 times, I think it is, during that video. So yeah, but it's cool. And then gotta mention Arlo. So Arlo, Arlo. You had me at the puppet. Sometimes I picture Arlo on the Muppet Show. I don't know if you've seen the Muppet Show. It's, you know, older now, but like the original Muppet Show, not the new Disneyfied version. Don't even get me going on that. But that would have been funny to see Arlo as a character on the actual original Muppet Show. I would have laughed. But his reaction to the trailer for the new Metroid Dread game, if you haven't seen that, do it. Because, yeah, he's so happy. And it's just, you can't, if you're having a bad day or sad or whatever, just watch Arlo reacting to Metroid Dread and you'll be fine. Or if you want a good laugh, watch him and so many others, but watch him react to the when they announced the voice cast for the new Mario movie. Man, I thought Chris Pratt got him, but Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I think he nearly died. So yeah, watch that too. Roger's Base, another huge Zelda fan, but one of the things I like about Roger's Base is that he shows love for games that I thought were lost for time, and that, you know, in the back of my mind, that were never coming back. And I appreciate that, you know, specifically talking about Advance Wars, but also when they just announced, what is it, ActRacer Renaissance. I never played ActRacer back in the day, but now I'm going to have to check it out now that they redid it. So that's cool to see somebody that's pays homage to that kind of old school. And that leads me into the last one on my list for video games, and that's Crimson KB. And he just gets it, you know, he's old school like me. I mean, I grew up in the Commodore 64 era, so he's a little younger than me. I mean, but his reaction to Diablo 2 Resurrected, and how he was like saying it was 20 years ago, and anyway, it's really good. And he does an awesome Joker voice. The thing I like about him is he keeps it real, and he respects and never forget gaming's roots. You know, he's awesome that way. So, and then I wanted to mention my wife Amy, because, like I said, right now she's going through a rough patch, but she's getting better. She'll get better hopefully, and be on reactions with me and other videos in the future. So she started watching reaction videos because I was watching reaction videos, and she watches some different genres and different things than I do. So I just wanted to mention a few of her favorites because I want her to be a part of this channel. So one of those is the music genre, and Jamel, aka Jamal, and he's awesome. We both love he's a decent human who spreads a message of love, unity, and harmony among us all. regardless of background or skin color or any other difference. He's just, you can tell he's just genuine love for the music. It just comes out. And Jamel, if you're out there listening, I wanted to say, bring back the fro wig sometime. So he'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, I wanted to mention too, just some reactions. Forgot about that. Let me just go back. For just some reactions, say hi to Pippin. Pippin's their cute little cat. They have videos of him on there and stuff too. So let me just go back because I forgot that part. Also in the music category is JVTV. It's JAYVEE-TV. And he makes insightful, well thought out comments about the music he's listening to, and he seems to care about what he's listening to. He's not just doing it for doing it. He's doing it because he actually loves what he does. So that's, that's what you hope for when you're watching someone. So, and then miscellaneous category, there's this couple called Frickin' Frugal. It's Frickin' without a G, so Freakin, and then Frugal. And you just got to watch them too. I really can't describe them. They're just a nice family. They're both good and good, kind of crazy. One more than the other. She knows who she is. So you'll like that. If you've never seen Frickin' Frugal, it's just they go dumpster diving, but it's more than that. It's just it's really good. So I just wanted to give a shout out to promote reactors I liked over the years in our own limited way, to try to give something back to them, as well as to give you, my hopeful future audience, a glimpse into the kind of things Amy and I are interested in and type of reaction channel we want to eventually grow into. So, P.S. I doubt any of the reactors we mentioned above will ever see this, but if they do, or anyone else out there has any helpful comments or tips about starting this journey and editing videos, or just pitfalls, things to avoid, and just whatever you want to talk about, whatever, just let us know. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day. And also today is Halloween, so happy Halloween. I just wanted to throw that out there too. Thank you.